So I drive a 2007 BMW 328i, and this is how I currently lift my car. Drive it up on ramps, but also need to haul out some wood in order for the front bumper to clear the ramps as I approach them. Now it works, but it's a bit of a hassle hauling all this out. My car, along with several others, has jack points where you can safely lift your car from them without damaging it. They're plastic, and if used without a jack pad adapter, get all mangled up and start breaking apart. I did a quick search online for these jack pad adapters, but they were kind of expensive just for one. About $15 was the cheapest I saw. I knew I could make them for way cheaper, so I found a post online where someone made them from hockey pucks and decided to give it a try. Things you'll need is some scrap wood, pencil, some masking tape, a straight edge, razor blade, and of course, your hockey pucks. I began by laying out the dimensions on the scrap piece of wood. Now you want this to be as accurate as possible, as this will be your template for the hockey pucks. Next you cut it out on the saw and do a test fit. It didn't quite fit, so I took it over to the sander and sanded off a few sides. And I took a file and I filed out the inside of the jack point, and it fit in there nice and snug. To transfer that over to each hockey puck, first you'll lay down some masking tape across the entire top. You'll take your template and you'll center it on the hockey puck. You'll take your razor blade and you'll run it right along the edge on all four edges. Next, just peel up the edges and you are left with your cut lines. Now hockey pucks are roughly an inch tall, and the jack pad point is about a half an inch deep. I didn't have any half-inch tape, so I just cut half-inch strips out of this larger tape that I had. Wrapped it around flush on the bottom, and this gave me a nice cut line to run along. Next I went to the tool drawer and got out my air cutoff wheel. Took a clamp, clamped the hockey puck down to the table, and began to cut. Now honestly, I thought this would go by pretty quickly, but it didn't. And that could just be because I have a pretty cheap cutoff wheel, and it didn't have a lot of power. I certainly had enough air. I tried thinking of a different way to cut it, and I wish I had an air saw, but I don't. So this was the next best thing, hacksaw. Got these blades at Fleet Farm, or $1 for two of them, and honestly, they worked very well. Just follow the masking tape and you should come out with pretty good lines. If you don't, just clean it up, it's not a big deal. It comes out pretty good. Just take the masking tape off, you got yourself a jack pad adapter. Test fit it in there, and it fits pretty nicely. The snug fit like this is really handy when it comes time to line up the floor jack beneath it. You won't have it falling out on you. Now I have 4 jack points on my car, so I decided while I was making one, I might as well make 3 more. That way if I ever want to lift up my entire car, I can do so. The process for the next 3 is the same as the first. Just line up your template, wrap the tape around the bottom edge, start to cut. Now let's break this down into cost. The cheapest jack pad adapter I found was $15, and that was for one jack pad adapter. I have a set of 4 here, so that would have cost me $60, plus probably shipping on top of that. I bought these hockey pucks for $2 a piece from a local sports shop. The blades I mentioned I got from Fleet Farm, they were 2 for $1. Add a Mountain Dew to the mix and the total for 4 of these comes to $10.50. That's less than the cost of one if I were to buy it online. Now I know I used a miter saw, a disc sander, and an air cutoff wheel, but really all All you need is a hacksaw and maybe another blade made for cutting wood. You could accomplish the same thing. It leaves no indents on this one because the floor jack surface is relatively flat. Here I'm showing it getting squished a little bit, but that's just because of the floor jack. On this one, however, though, there are a few indentations. Like I said, that's just because of the floor jack. And it fits perfectly inside a regular jack stand like this one. I hope this video inspired you to get outside and make a few of these yourself. If you liked this video and thought it was helpful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will help pass it along to other people and maybe somebody else can save a few bucks as well. Make sure to check out my website at doingwhatever.com. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.